Alright folks, this just landed in the OGDuffy games room, the Creality Falcon2 Pro. A serious bit of kit that promises to laser cut and engrave on everything from wood right through to metal. So I thought, why not put it through the ultimate test, the only way I know how, which of course would be retro gaming style. Of course it would. We're going to do a super speed build of this, and then I've got a few very cool things planned that any retro fan would and should appreciate. Let's get it set up and see if this machine is worthy of a spot in Mrs. OG's workshop. And of course, I'll be giving you people at home my honest opinions and review of the Creality Falcon2 Pro as we go. Has this 22 watt machine got everything I need it to have? Never used one of these before. This is going to be fun. Secure packaging, great first impressions. Creality Falcon2 Pro product manual. We're doing English. 32 pages, quite clear, quite concise instructions, as you can see there, packing lists, etc. So we're going to follow these and get this thing built. See you on the other side. A handy little toolbox here, everything you need to assemble it, all in there. Look how very handy and useful. Been building about half an hour now. It's coming together quite nicely. Instructions are pretty good so far, so good. All finished, all built, went together quite well, good instructions. What I did also like was the way that all the screws, etc. all lined up. There was no issues, everything lined up very nicely. The only advice I would give is just take your time with the instructions. Overall, probably looking at about 40-45 minutes. I'm going to take a look now at the USB mini SD card there, and it comes in a nice convenient USB dongle so you can connect it straight to your laptop. Plenty of files on the USB drive that they give you, product manual, etc. And as you can see here, we're going to calibrate the camera lens and alignment. So we're going to have a look at this folder, and there we go. It gives you a convenient video and stuff like that as well. So all pretty good. So I'm now going to install the software, and then we're going to get this thing plugged in, and I'm going to do the full calibration and set up with the camera and stuff. Using the information from that USB thumb drive, I'm now going to follow the instructions to get this set up and calibrated. First time switching it on, I'm going to connect the cables, etc. I'll just switch it on to check the power works, and everything is ticking away very nicely. What a lovely bright red, eh? About to calibrate the camera, you have to plug it in via USB there, and both connect to the laptop. Aligning the camera as per the instructions, it gives you a nice video. So you place this roughly sort of center, because the camera's just there. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, it's that bit there. So it's going to come down and scan this, I'm guessing, to calibrate it all. Let's see how we get on. Camera set up. We're now going to do our first laser print, which will be a test on the system. So we have to use this step here to set this the right position. Now to position this, all you do is simply undo your screws like so, and it will drop down, okay? When I've undone it enough. Just onto that step there. Tighten that up, both them screws. Remove our step, and we're now in the right position. So let's start this calibration test. We're going to shut this the lid door there. It magnetically locks, as you can see there. Okay, then I'm going to press the home button just there, and that should put the laser into that corner, which is correct. Now on the laptop, I'm going to hit the frame button, and here it goes. It's doing something. So it's scanning the size of the object I've got in there. It's a piece of wood that come with it. So it's perfect size, I'm guessing, for doing the test on. Now lasering our first alignment test. So that's the first official thing here. As you can see, we've got to do a bit more on the computer in a minute to fully align it, but so far so good. It's done a little centre circle there as well. We'll zoom this up. Alignment done, and I'm just fiddling with the LightBurn software, and I've just found a test image and I'm having a go at that, so we'll wait for it to do it and I'll get it out and show you. It just shows the different shades and things, or should do, but I'm getting to grips with it. Spent the evening fiddling, got it all set up, but took me time over it. It's so far so good. I've just done a little test piece, let me show you. This was the wooden sheet that come with it for doing the test. So as you can see there, it do their numbers there, and I aligned it all correctly. And I've just done this little test piece here, as you can see. Just that I found it online. Somebody said they used it to test their, you know, the different contrasts and things. But I shrunk it down, so it shouldn't actually be as small as that. So I've made it more intricate. I've been using the LightBurn software now. I followed a tutorial on YouTube. It was very useful, and it's actually quite an easy bit of kit to know. And using these suggested settings that come with the Creality, I'm using these to set the parameters for the actual laser cutter. Engraver has finished, so we're going to take a look at how that design come out. Here it is, and as you can see there, it's cut and engraved this beautifully. Look at that. That took just over 2 minutes to cut that. How precise is that? And then look at the engraving on that. Don't know if the camera's picking up brilliantly, but a great job. Well impressed. Mrs. OG has some pre-cut wood, so she said, why not do a test coaster design on that? It's the perfect size. So let's get a coaster design knocked up in LightBurn. Let's get it burned. A quick design I just knocked up. I photographed that piece of wood that's already cut out, and I've just dropped my logo and a little It's Beer O'Clock sign there, and I'm set it all to just engrave it. So let's see how this turns out. Piece of crafting felt now, quite thin as you can see. I've changed the honeycomb layout inside the machine so it sits flat, and I'm just going to print some, or cut out should I say, some basic shapes, but this time obviously in the felt. Obviously a very thin material, so it'll be interesting to see how this test comes out. Get the lid closed on that. Nice and quick, look at that. Here we go, as you can see, the felt has cut these pieces out absolutely beautifully. Look at that. That is going to save Mrs. OG so much time with crafting. Just so easy, so good. Now I am aware that if you use different colour felt, you might have to adjust some of the settings, but it's all trial and error, and to be honest, so far, so good. I am well impressed. What a machine. Put this simple design together. It's going to be like a 3.5-inch floppy disk, you know, with Monkey Island text on it. So it should cut the wood out from that shape there, and then it will engrave the stuff in red. Let's see how this goes. See how that come out. Here it is. I need to resize it. I did it a bit too big, but as you can see there, look at that. Text is nice, completely readable. And it cut out the design very nicely indeed. Another Amiga disc coaster complete. This one, of course, is the classic Sensible Soccer. Look at that. I've done that like a proper label that come back on the day. Look, doesn't that look cool? What a game it was as well. Tell you what, very impressed with these. How cool is that as a coaster? Get a layer of varnish on that, get a bit of cloth on the back, and that'll make a lovely coaster. What other classic Amiga games can I do? And I really like these. I think they're just so retro. I mean, look, the old diskettes from the Commodore Amiga there, as you can see, Sensible Soccer, Lemmings, Monkey Island, some absolute classics. And I've done a little cutout in each top corner as well. Now, a bit of varnish on these and a bit of felt behind, and I think they're going to look a pucker, mate. So let's sum up my experience with the Creality Falcon2 Pro, and keep in mind, this honestly was my very first time using a laser cutter or engraver. I'm a total newbie. No experience, just a bit of curiosity and a willingness to learn. Now, unboxing and setup took me around 45 minutes from start to finish. The instructions were clear, well laid out, everything slotted together nicely. My top tip though, take your time. Remove that scratch resistant film from the acrylic panels as you build. Seriously, do it during the build and not after. Why, you ask? Well, I made that mistake and I had to take half the thing apart again just to get it all off, you know. So yeah, learn from my pain, folks. Don't do what OGDuffy did. Once it was built, we moved on to setting it up within the LightBurn, which is the software. You'll need to use that to design, control your laser, control the depths, all that sort of stuff. Thankfully, Creality includes a USB drive, and there was a really handy little video on there, a video walkthrough. It helped me a lot. It's well produced, actually explains the process clearly, even for a total beginner like my good self. Now, after doing a basic test run, I just tried engraving a letter, you know, to get started. You're kind of left really then on your own to explore. But don't panic. LightBurn, it looked quite intimidating at first. But once I watched a quick YouTube tutorial, I was up and running. I kept it really simple, just did some basic shapes and designs. And then I quickly moved on to importing my own images. And from there, as you saw, I was making some proper little projects, you know, as you saw in this video, of course. So what's my overall verdict? Well, honestly, my first experience of laser engraving and cutting, it has been totally positive. I've gone from knowing absolutely nothing, nada, not a thing, to actually making some really decent little pieces there. And I actually enjoyed the whole process, you know. I'm really excited to see what I can create with this machine in the future. I think the possibilities are going to be endless for me, you know. Positives always worth shouting about as well was the packaging. It was just top notch, everything protected. It was all clearly labelled. You get everything you need to get started. There was even test pieces of wood in there. The only thing, and the USB cables as well to connect it all. The only thing you have to bring, of course, is your own PC or your laptop. I like the pull-down safety enclosure. I think that's a fantastic addition, especially for us, because we have very curious cats. And I'd hate to think what happened if a curious cat jumped into one of these machines. But more importantly, the results. They are seriously impressive. Everything I tested, it just came out really, really well. The machine felt powerful, it felt precise, and it feels reliable, you know, it feels sort of industrial. I got this machine direct from Creality themselves, and at the time I'm filming this, they're offering a pretty decent discount. So I've dropped the product link in the video description and in the pinned comment down below. So if you want to check it out, do so. Go have a look at their site. So if you're a complete beginner like me and you're thinking about getting into laser cutting and engraving, I can honestly say the Creality Falcon2 Pro is a great place to start. It's powerful, it's easy to learn with, and it was very satisfying to use once you get going, and it just feels industrial enough to be sort of future-proof, you know. I don't think I'm going to have to upgrade this for a very, very long time, and I think it'll just serve my needs in the years to come. Good job, Creality. I'm now a fan of laser cutting and engraving. Now, the big question is this: what to engrave next? And is this suitable for Mrs. OG's craft room? I don't doubt for 1 minute it isn't. She's going to love it as much as me. See you all soon.